Welcome. My mission is to introduce you to some of Nashville's most inspiring women business owners. And today I have the privilege of sitting here with two dear friends and mega entrepreneurs, Tracy and Sondra, and they are the co-founders and owners of Hip Hues. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. First of all, for those people that are not familiar with Hip Hues, would you please tell us what is Hip Hues and how long have you been running this business?
We officially incorporated in 2012. We've probably been doing what we're doing now for a little over 10 years. And we set up branded swag bars at events. And what does that mean? It means that there are different gifting activations that we bring live where people get to customize or personalize their gift in just a few minutes and walk away with a wonderful memory and take away from that event.
Oh, wonderful. So what kind of people hire you?
It's a great question. So we're definitely in the events and hospitality world, but we're also experiential marketing. So we get hired by conventions or event planners or anyone planning conferences. So we do work with a lot of planners, corporate planners, but we also work with people planning trade shows or sales teams or companies doing a rebrand. So we can also be a part of experiential marketing strategy. We will also work directly with companies a lot to be a part of getting the word out and turning people into walking advertisements.
Well, this is such a fun, creative business that you're in. What inspired you to get into this?
So in our mid-20s, dating ourselves here, about 13 years ago, we were both a few years into our first jobs in corporate America. I was in marketing. Tracy was in investment banking. Our parents are entrepreneurs and small business owners, and we were like, you can speak a little bit to this, but you just we had the itch, right? We wanted to do something for ourselves.
We wanted to do something, work together, create something. Really have the flexibility and autonomy to create something from the ground up. And with our two backgrounds, I have too many hobbies. So screen printing was one of them. And I made Sondra a gift, and you who are not as naturally creative,
not artistic,
but more like a curator of art and love art, was like, wow, this is really cool. But combine that with your marketing background, and we're like, okay, this could be our thing. We'd already been talking about what might our thing be, and we were living in different cities.
We were in completely different cities, and we were just like, how do we do something together? And at that time, this was 2012, 2013. Nashville was starting to blow up, like big time. And I'd been here for a while because I went to college here. I went to Vandy, but it was starting to change. It was starting to grow, very business friendly. And we were just like, this could be really, really fun. We couldn't really find anyone else who was doing anything like this. Weird. It's very unique. It was definitely a little bit of an issue for us when we started our business because most people don't know what screen printing is and no one else was doing it. So it's like, why would you hire a company to do live screen printing at your event when you don't even know what that is, right? So it was the actual thing itself, the phenomenon of what we were doing. And we now call them swag bars, but it wasn't a thing. So having to explain that and just create something from nothing, but it's pretty magical.
Would you say that was the biggest challenge, like getting people to understand what your product or service, actually product and service, was?
Yes.
Was that your biggest challenge, or has there been something else in the course of you running this business for quite some time now?
Yeah.
Clearly, you know what you're doing. You've survived COVID. You have survived for quite a long time. So what has your biggest challenge been?
I would say, and I would love to hear what you say to this, but that remains a challenge. That, we still, despite how unique this is, because we've morphed. We don't just do live screen printing anymore. We now also do live leather stamping where people can personalize luxury gifts like luggage tags and passport wallets and dock kits and that kind of stuff with their initials, and they also can be branded. So we've elevated our offerings that way, and then we also started offering on-site patch bars, right? So we can offer different hats and patches, or you can patch jackets or jerseys or apparel, all can be branded or just fun. We do the occasional social event like a mitzvah or a wedding or something like that. But that does remain an issue that if you've never experienced it, you're just like, what is that? So the visuals help. So, videos and photos, but the most powerful thing is somebody experiencing it. And that's how we've actually been able to grow with very little marketing and advertising for 13 years, because people experience this at an event, they take a card and they're like, that was the coolest, most magical thing I've done in 2 to 5 minutes ever at an event. And then they hire us for their events. And so we do travel all over the country. And we just did our first events this year in Canada. So we can now say we're international.
I think that one of the biggest challenges for me personally has really been, as someone who is a doer, also learning to grow into leadership. And I think it's something that I'm still working on. It's a different skill set. It's a different thing. A lot of people start a business because they love doing that thing. And as we've grown, and our goal is to do more events, be nationwide, be international, grow our company, that means growing the team and managing a team and leading a team. So I do think that to be a great leader takes a lot of work and effort, no matter who you are. But women in particular, I think, are held to a different standard and it is not as common. So no matter who your workforce is, I think my challenge has been really to figure out how I need to show up as a leader in our organization and as we evolve and grow.
Oh, I love that. And that resonates with me so much.
All the amens.
So many other women business owners that I've had the privilege of speaking with. So on that note, what advice would you give a woman entrepreneur who is looking to start her own business?
When you start a business, figure out why you want to start that business. What are your goals with that business? How big do you want it to be? What kind of financial stability do you want? What do you want it to look like? Do you have an exit strategy? Because when a lot of people that I know who start businesses, especially women, they love doing that thing. But are you starting the business because you love doing that thing or because you want to share that thing with other people?
And grow it.
And grow it. And those are different things. Like, I love arts and crafts and being creative and design and all of those things, but I now on a day-to-day do that very little.
Yes.
But I also love the other parts of my job and the way it challenges, stretches me, changes over time. And I also love that our team is still taking that and sharing it with the community. So I feel really happy and fulfilled with the ability to share one of my love with the community, out what we love doing with the community.
Yeah.
But if it is really important that you do the thing, really consider what that will look like in owning your own business. And talk to other business owners who are also out there doing it to see what it will look like day to day and if that's something you truly want to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
So much for taking time out of your very busy schedules to chat with us a little bit. Thank you. Appreciate you. And you both are an inspiration to women everywhere.
Thanks for having us.
This was fun.
Bye.
Bye.